Hello, everyone, and welcome to Echoes of the Institute. This is a new series that we're doing on these Saturdays, and don't worry for those of you wondering where Hunters of the Dark Capital is. We'll get back to that eventually. But we have a whole new story, and I'm gonna bring us over to the game. Hey guys, you guys like that D&D?
I mean, a little bit.
Johnny, were you able to log
Not
in?
really.
I am
I'm not
in
sure. I've never played.
Well,
on an alternate account.
don't worry, I'll break you in.
I hear it's a pretty cringe game.
Alright, so I'm actually going to be starting off a little different than usual. Give me a second.
You type out my name.
Hmm?
You type out the name.
What was that?
You type out my name. It's Arlayna.
Oh yeah, hold on. I'm tired.
It's okay.
There we go. Alright. And those of you that haven't used the bot, please be sure to turn it down, because it is gonna be loud. Centuries ago, within a dark void, in a realm in between the material plane, otherwise, we see these empty, corrupted halls, and the aftermath of arcane energies hit across the wall, still burning hot. Two mages fight in these winding, never-ending halls. A black crystal in the middle of them floating. Each of these wizards fighting for this gem. One of the wizards finally grabs it. With all of his arcane might, using the power of the weave, he shatters it. Explodes into several pieces. This wizard looks at the other mage and says, "Now no one will be ever leave these halls. This will be your prison." The other mage, stunned, angered, frustrated, looks at him and says, "Do you know what you've just done?" The other wizard smiles weakly before he, with all of his arcane might, finishes casting a spell, turning the halls of this institute to a mere echo of themselves, becoming winding, broken pathways. Each piece of the crystal nestled within one of these halls. Or he falls. Through this portal wide open in this atrium, he throws several stone tablets before the portal fizzles, fades. But that is not where our story takes us. That was centuries ago. Instead, We are in the world of Null. More importantly, in the continent of Sokrith. It has been quite busy. With ancient threats coming forward, Theric Desur, one of the last liches, the nigh unkillable, broke free from his prison within the floating mountains near the now ruins of Greybell, now uninhabitable for a few centuries, and declaring war once more on the people of Sokrith. Something quick. Just a moment. But, once again, not the problem of these individuals. As we find ourselves in the capital of Era, just above the city, the town of Amberpoint, at the Newman Academy. The one you may have seen. This floating academy, one of the first to be built after the cataclysm by the Newman family, those who followed the Brother of Creation before his departure to the Old World, and upon his subsequent return, Lord Vareth Newman was the headmaster of the academy for the past 50 years. Though, in the past year, due to his declining health, he put Lord Ariel Fell in charge as headmaster. And after the events of the Arcane Surge, the Academy needed a week of recovery to reinvigorate broken enchantments, the issues of melted and lost gold, and more importantly, to prepare their students for a new school year. Find ourselves at the beginning weeks of Nocturne, and the first day back for all of you second-year students. Needless to say, even in the courtyard, the presence of protection is very much obvious. As you would all see, the Arcane Enforcers these construct guards. Not much is known about how they were created or what they were created from, but these constructs that are humanoid in nature patrol the academy and prevent any hostile activity, such as invasions, murders, and the like. Second, feel free to chat amongst yourselves where I fix something.
I want to give the arcane protectors like nicknames.
I want to name one Steve.
How about Bob?
Bob's a good one. You know, I hope nothing bad happens on our first day back. That'd be tragic, wouldn't it?
It would. 1 second.
Just a normal school year.
Yeah, especially after an arcane nuke went off. You know, it's pretty good that you'd still have school.
Slight inconvenience.
Yeah, you know, certain magic items died. whole situations have crumbled. Hey, that's not a problem. Trying to fix chat. I can't remember how to fix chat. I don't do these things often.
Maybe just colorism only off?
I don't know where that setting is. Where is it? 'Cause I usually don't mess around with these things. Let me... One. Why is it that? There we go. I fixed it. It was on a month when it should be 0 minutes.
Mm.
There we go. I fixed it. Yay! There we go. That should work. But anyhow, let me roll to see who the first individual to come through to the courtyard is. Woohoo! Hope you got your character descriptions ready. Ooh, okay. The first individual to walk through the archways of the courtyard and up to these arcane enforcers, which is the stronger version of the protectors, and the largest one, is a slightly melancholy individual. Johnny, would you like to describe your character and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Johnny, a funny little guy. I mean, very tall, strong, masculine man, who plays Dungeons & Dragons and video games. I'm going to be playing as Alister Hargraves. He appears to be an older human man with long silver hair tied up in a ponytail. He's wearing a pair of glasses and has light blue eyes that stand out against his very, very pale skin. On his left arm is a sort of swirling pattern of lines that converge on the top of his hand, where a symbol of a purple eye with an eclipsed pupil can be seen. And he wears a black trench coat with silver and gold trimming, and on his shoulder is an albino crow. And
I don't
honestly,
have anything for that at this time. I will have that next session for sure.
Indeed. And he's got a little holster on his hip which holds a wand.
Oh, and to clarify, the mark of Horu is in your eye. Literally, it is not an eye. It is
Oh.
in your eye. It is in your left eye. Sorry, I
Wait, I thought didn't I have Nora?
Oh no, Nora. That's right. I was misremembering again. I am sorry. I'm tired.
It's all right.
Let me see.
Easy.
Oh, actually, hold on. Give me 1 second. And fix your crow. I'll get that to you in between. But go ahead and continue. As you walk forward to the enforcers, they look down at you, both in unison. And the sole little circle in the middle of the mask, they look down and there you hear a thrumming voice. Identification.
Alister will look up at them and he'll say, I am Alister Hargraves.
Shit. And then I assume you show your student ID.
Indeed.
They'll look at that. Proceed. Also said in unison.
I cannot move my token.
Oh, because you don't have rights.
That's right.
No, you do. Click on it. I gave you the ability to control it. Oh, you logged in on a different thing.
Yeah, I'm
That's
on a
right.
different account.
There we go. Right now.
Hey, tanks.
Proceed to the central campus. Second. And double checking, Lilith is female, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Does Lilith have stats? I believe you chose a demon, so it can be imp. Yeah, we'll use the imp stats. Okay, give me 2. Bam. Do on the fly scuff editing. That's okay. Is it a null session without scuff? No.
It can't be a D&D session without scuff.
Exactly.
I mean, it's the flavor.
Yeah.
It's the additional spice.
Finely seasoned.
And almost there. But you will hear, goodness, they certainly have upped the security here. Haven't they? And popping out of your bag is your contracted demon.
Alister will look to his little buddy and say,
Indeed they have. Reasonably so.
Well, that's not of worry at the moment. Come, let us not tarry.
Indeed.
The next individual. God damn it. Oh wait, no, never mind. We're good. Not yet. Fair. The next individual to come for the archways is definitely catching attention of the first years. It's your second year back, and despite the delay in returning to the academy. Athziri, feel free to describe yourself and your character.
Absolutely. So, Athziri is a Vestral, and she is really unique looking. Her skin is a dusty bluish green color, somewhat reminiscent of desert cacti. In one eye, she has a sign of the eclipse, showing that she was marked at birth by the goddess Horu. Her hair is made up of white Japanese Andromeda, which is braided together very neatly. And she comes from two notable houses from the Vestrale, House Epicris, which is a bard house, and House Yukana, which is a folk healer house. As a result, she has a love of music, as evidenced by the cittern that is slung over her shoulder, and as well as a value for life, which she is trying to come to terms with, knowing her relationship with Horu. As she approaches, she has in her hand a letter that was given to her by her dear brother, Saramuyo, who she calls Muyo. His last sort of letter to keep with her as she embarks on her second year, and something that she hopes will bring her a little bit of comfort.
And as you approach, the enforcers look at you and once again say, identification.
Siri of House Yukana.
And yep, you have the ability to move, so you're there. And then they look at each other. Another Aether-Prima house student. We are getting quite a few today.
Indeed. And I'm looking at my token, and so I proceed forward.
Yep. Oh, just drag like this. Click drag.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, don't do that. Just click drag.
thought that's what I did.
Oh, it's
Hello?
trying to.
You're
Are you
using the
right clicking?
ruler.
Yeah.
Ah, I see what
Left
I'm doing.
click.
Thank
Yeah, there you go.
you. Yes.
But yes, you
So I'll
walk
proceed
past.
forward into the beautiful courtyard, and I am loving the beautiful sun that's out today because as of astrology, I get a lot of my energy from the sun.
Mm-hmm. Especially being on such a high elevation, floating above the land, it can be quite invigorating.
Mhm. I'll wave to Alister as I come up the stairs.
He will give a sort of a cordial nod.
I'll
Alrighty.
sit here on the steps with my Saturn.
The next individual to appear is one that is unique. There are very few of his kind, let alone the type that he is. The people have to give him a wide berth because of his large wingspan. Even folded up, it is impressive. Squire,
Yes, hello.
we're up.
Oh,
We weren't
hello.
able to do the beak, unfortunately. We tried a few
Oh.
combos, but hey, you are
Oh,
still
that's quite
Owl
all
Man.
That's quite
I love
alright.
it.
The name is Cliff, and I'm a bard. I'm an Ardling. Though I have human traits, my bird, genus, in particular, is that of a stilt owl flyer. Though in my mid-30s I may be, I'm in reality 117. There was maybe a thing involving the institute.
Monastery.
Not so long. Yeah, I don't like to talk about it. I found these guys. Well, they found me, and I find myself back here. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna be looked at quite back, though. Considering what I've been told, I think that's gonna be different. I hope my son is all right.
But you come up, when you also like the rest of your party, you also have special instructions that you are now in the Aether-Prima house, and they look at you. Identification.
I believe this document here shall be enough proof. Cliff.
Very well. Proceed. Main campus. In the second
Thank you.
floor level. In the theater.
Well, I'm glad that didn't go south like last time.
I can only imagine. Yep, and then go free. Feel free to move your token up to the fountain. I'm just basically making that a stop point.
Oh, see. Oh, I'm
There you
scrolling all.
there he goes.
I'm scrolling all.
Okay, now it's
These
down to
wings-
the
These wings are a little bit.
squeezing for
I
all
have
students. Excuse me.
off balance days.
Of course, he's gonna be last. God. The next individual to arrive to the archways easily blends in, stepping in between individuals as if having a knack for such skill. Now, feel free to introduce yourself and describe your character.
Arlayna Maplewood is a high elf that is a little bit not quite your typical high elf. She has incredibly limited magic because she's never really practiced any of it. So her being here was a bit of a surprise for her when she was basically requested to join. More so as a one of the only reasons she's here is because the other option was not quite as favorable.
For certain.
But she definitely seems a little bit more out of place compared to most students, considering she's wearing a somewhat heavy cloak, and you can easily tell that she has she definitely has equipment underneath it that wouldn't be useful for magic for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Ready. They look down at you. Identification.
Without saying any words, she brings up the identification papers from her sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
holds it up.
Welcome, Aether-Prima House student. There will be a meeting for your year of students and other members of your house. Second floor of the main campus.
Understood. I shall be on my way then. The paper is immediately tucked back into her sleeve, and up she goes.
And last, certainly not least, the next individual to arrive. Trez, would you like to introduce your character?
I am playing Melvin Slickbottom, a second year. Let's go. He is a halfling, second year, and he is a warlock with a themed patron. Melvin is a mess. He is red, curly, matted hair that like you don't know when the last time it's been combed. His glasses are like Coke bottle glasses. He's constantly like wiping snot from his nose. He's like leaking from every orifice always. And he didn't have the best first year, but this year's gonna be different.
Oh yeah.
He's a little pudgy. I wouldn't say obese, but he's a little pudgy. But he's determined this year's gonna be different, guys.
And you walk up, and the enforcers tower over your being, and they just look down. They look back at each other in that perfect unison.
I don't have an access. I can't click on me.
Identification.
I can't click on me.
Do you show them your identification papers?
Can you hear me?
What was that?
Oh, I just can't move my character at all.
Oh no, you just don't have rights. I didn't give you them. Oops. These things happen in war. That's why you change your name. There we go. Good to go now.
Oh, excellent. Melvin will move. Yeah, okay, sorry, just 1 second, and he like goes into his backpack, which just completely like folds open the moment he tries to get anything out of it. So like papers, everything's immediately everywhere. Yeah, 1 second here. It's just like a mess. There's like old food that was probably there like from last year, still in his bag that he just puts back in. It's like,
oh dear.
Here's my ID. Here it is.
Mm.
He waves.
They look at each other, clearly confused that you somehow got into Aether-Prima house.
Did I mention my mother's on the wall of donators?
Very well. Proceed. They just point the opposite direction. Just to go.
Melvin will slick back his hair that does not look good being slicked back. It's a brand new year, Melvin. You got this. And he'll start moving.
Bit by bit, all of you kind of funnel in. It is definitely a thing that will happen. 1 second, I'm going to give you control, Alister of the Imp. Give me... So you can control it from in here.
She's literally sitting on the edge of the fountain.
Oh boy. Let's see. Yep. So now you have control of the imp. Yep. Perfect. aka Lilith. Yes, you all funnel in slowly into the Academy Central Campus. It's a different music. First and foremost, there's a little mini tour of the campus. You all enter the first floor. It's broken up into a couple pieces, not my choice, of the campus. It is a lovely building. I actually have hands too. On this one. But anyhow, it is, even for the first floor, quite busy. There is a school shop right here, of course. And there are already basic entry-level first floor classrooms where a bunch of like the clubs and trades come to study. And there is an ether crystal in the center right here, but it is split across the map. But one thing is for certain, that there are tons and tons of tomes scattered all around. And they are worked by clockwork archivists. These robots with no legs but wheels to move around, their torsos are able to extend upwards and downwards to reach higher shelves. They work as the central forces of the library, like the shelves of books, and make sure that no one steals any, especially in the upper towers of the academy. Also, there are areas for people to just sit. There's a common area for just studying and reading, and then there's a storage room, and of course the other side, which has the cafe. Also patrolled by clockwork archivists. There are tons of bookshelves throughout the first floor, and then the cafe is right over here. But where would you guys like to come in? What side of the building? Do you want to be near the school store or the cafe? Before going upstairs. Or you can go straight there.
I wouldn't be impartial to grabbing a snack before heading up.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
I'd like
proper.
to rest my wings. Culinary section as well.
There's a group of cool-looking kids head to the cafe. I'll just blend right in.
Be sure to wash your hands before you.
No, don't become the father figure to this halfling. No.
He needs one.
I have a dad now.
Yes, proper hydration is important.
He gives me powers beyond your wildest imagination.
No.
Okay, let's cast Eldritch Blast. Alright, so you're gonna come in for the cafe
Just like
entrance,
boys
which...
mind.
Okay there. Pull it down there, killer. But you all will come in. Copy, right? And... But yes, you see the cafe is open, and there's a bunch of students. Also, I might not have sized everything properly, but hey, it works. For now. Actually, no, hold on. I think...
These chairs are ridiculous. I look like a toddler in these.
Actually, no, look, it fits well for Alister. Like, if you pop him here, yeah. You're just small. But yes, you see the cafe's sign, which says, let me double check. Oh, yeah, it's named after him. Cadmos Coffee. named after the legendary hero of the Moonflower, Cadmos Artemis Fowl, and his known love for all things coffee and tea. But it is quite bustling. People are coming in, out, all around. But the cafe floor is yours, so to speak.
Can I make a perception check to see if I overhear anybody talking about sort of the events of the previous year, just kind of chatter among the students?
Yeah, sure. Make me a perception check. First roll of the game.
I know. Oh Lord, and I offered to do it, and I'm trying to figure out how I do it.
Are you synced
Lord.
into D&D Beyond 20, where you click features and traits?
D&D Beyond I have.
Yep. Did you click
Will
features and
that open it?
traits?
I think so.
You'll see the red B above your rolls, and then you can go ahead and click that red B, and it'll roll the dice for you.
Wait, let's see here. Well, I rolled in D&D Beyond and I got a 14, but I think I may be in the wrong place.
Yeah. Let me see. Because you have the extension on.
Mm-hmm.
You would be seeing a red D20 with a white B on it that hovers next to the roll when you go over the modifier, and then you click that.
Oh, no, how strange. I'm not seeing it. Maybe somebody else should roll. While I figure this out.
Sure, I'll roll for that.
Well, I'm just trying to get you an example of what it looks like.
Oh, so we have to be in Chrome for this, then.
Oh yeah, it's a Chrome extension. That is the main thing. Beyond 20 is a Chrome extension.
Alright, 1 moment, I'll be back.
Aha. Were you in Chrome, Ale?
I actually was not, so that's probably what it was. I
Aha.
am doing that now, though, so that should help fix things.
So, with
yeah, you got
with a
me
4,
anyway.
I'll count your 4. Oh yeah, I see like 14, and Nel also got a 14 for Arlayna. It is quite loud. Of course, being a large academy populated with hundreds, if not more, like students. But from what you can pick up, both of you, there is discussion about the Arcane Surge. That is the largest discussion happening. As students were already out for the winter break, which is like the school year ends and in the fall and start and it starts back up in the winter. But a lot of people are talking about the Arcane Surge. Some of them talking about how they lost some of their magical capabilities. And now they have to restudy some of what they've learned already and lost. Others speak of their magic items broken permanently, no repair. While others, the more affluent students, speak of their families having to file for economic assistance due to the Arcane Surge melting 50% of the gold that most people have. And then talk of this ignited Aether-Prima house, which is the program that all of you are in. And Melvin, what are you doing?
Want to see what's on the menu for today.
Oh, okay. Some basic coffees and teas. They go on student credit, so basically, you have a number of credits you can use for food and beverages a week. I'll say 7. So 1 drink, 1 food, and that each is individual. And each one counts for 1 point. But as you come up to the bar, bar counter, you see this individual.
Would I know this person from last year?
No. They seem to be a first year. They have a little pin. Because all of you will have, academy pins. and it signifies what year you're in. This is a first year. You see a seemingly elven woman. She is wearing a green, kind of tattered at the ends poncho over her shoulders. She's not wearing shoes. She's barefoot. She has these poofy little pants on. And then her arms are marked with tattoos and other bits and pieces, and she has bark going along the forearms of her body. And she will look at you, and she has a little name tag that says Chloe. Oh, hello there. How are you?
Hey, Chloe, nice to meet you. My name is Melvin.
Well, hi there. My name is Chloe. I'm a first year. I'm in the Druid track. I'm studying under Master Talone and Professor Kent and Lord Arcade. But I also got a part-time job here. I'm learning. I don't know how some of this machinery works, so bear with me. Things might not taste just as good.
I'm sure it'll be great, Chloe. You look just very capable. What do you recommend?
Oh, I recommend the chai. It's got a bit of, it's not too much caffeine, but it's just enough.
My mother says I shouldn't have caffeine, but you know what? She's not here, is she, Chloe? I'll take a chai.
Very well, that will be, let me see your student card.
Oh, yeah, 1 second. It will go into his bag again, and once again, just everything pours out. Sorry, 1 second here. I'm just gonna...
Arlayna literally is rolling her eyes.
Get everything
Like,
together.
Melvin?
Find it. Oh, no. No. You know, it's everything that's happened. It might be a little short. Is there any way I can get, like... Oh,
I've got you.
a
I'll
discount?
cover this one.
So you step in, Arlayna. Oh, hello there.
I'll
thanks.
cover his, and I will have a double chai, please.
Very well. What can
Well,
I...
if he's fine, I'll have a double chai, too. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else I can get for you? Any food, any other drink? For the rest of you?
Something
Tea,
to
please.
snack on the move.
Very well.
Sorry.
I recommend the scones then. Yep, so she'll just get you all set up, and she looks at Cliff and Alister. What can I get for you two fine gentlemen?
I will take the strongest coffee you have.
Okay. Looks at Cliff.
A breakfast blend. And a bit of information, about the library, please.
Of course. She's gonna go... she's quite quick on her feet. And then you realize she casts Zephyr Strike on herself. So then she stops, and then she just, like, stabs a knife into the counter and cracks a little bit. Here! And she gives you all your orders. They taste alright.
That's an
Well, she
excessive
is-
use of force. I might have
certainly-
need of someone like this.
She is certainly all bark.
Yeah. But yeah, information on the library, of course, there is the public records down here on the first floor and some upstairs, all protected by the archivists. But of course, if you're looking for a lot of information, the library tower, but you have to have special clearance to access some of those library sections, and that requires permission from the headmaster. He was the former tome master there before he got promoted. And then, of course, Archivist Vanellum.
So it sounds like you're gonna need yourself a library card.
And then more people start lining up behind you, and you hear an announcement. You hear a tapping of a stone as the ether speakers, which are these ether crystals that conduct sound, wave out, and the electricity kind of flickers for a second. Is this thing on? Oh, I think it is. Attention, first-year students and second-year students of those in the Aether-Prima house course. Please report to the second floor at the quickest convenience for the student assembly. How do I turn this off? How do I... It cuts out.
I do believe
Do
that's
you
us.
recognize that voice?
Yeah, that's the new headmaster, Ariel Fell.
Well, at least I got my stuff that's portable.
Yeah.
Suppose.
Does anyone know if
maybe
they allow
not.
beverages at the assembly?
They do. Chloe says.
Alister
Good.
has already finished his coffee.
Siri will help Melvin collect anything that's remaining on the floor.
Oh, thank you.
I'm afraid mine has gone cold.
Ow.
You must have an icy touch.
But Lilith will
Don't
pop
touch me,
next
I
to you,
touch it.
Alister. I do say, that individual has an interesting ether energy. Looking at Cliff. Something interesting is going on there, man.
Is it something on my face?
And Lilith will look at you.
Speaking of,
Lilith will finish whispering, "Oh no, not at all." And now you all realize the bird talks.
We're all members of the Aether-Prima. We are all special in our unique ways.
I'm just gonna assume that your bird
You know, my-
talking is normal for this, so I'm not gonna give it too much mind.
You know, my mom always said that I'm unique in special ways.
Oh yes, you are.
Unique.
I have wings, so in a matter of sense, the sky is blue in this regard.
But yes, you make your way to the second floor. Look at all this. Ah!
Oh, so gorgeous.
And making your way up, you see another arcane enforcer at the door.
Man, does anyone notice that our footsteps really echo in this institute?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Students, head inside immediately.
One thing that if Melvin comments on it, when we're all walking, there's only 4 sets of you only hear 4 people walking.
Mm-hmm.
Ominous.
Feel free to walk in and seat yourselves wherever you want. As you'll see, the defenders, the more normal-sized protectors of the academy, and the ones that are more frequently seen in the halls.
Do I see him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
make a perception check.
Alright, and now that I have the overlay, I click on the B and then
Yep, the red bee.
hit the red B. Type of roll. Roll. Wait, okay. I hit the red B, but I don't get an option for. Do I now go into D&D Beyond to roll?
Oh yeah, D&D Beyond, and then it will show your when you're going over your number modifiers. So like whatever you have to perception, like if it's like a plus something, you would roll that, and you click the red B. We're getting out all the kinks tonight.
Oh, I got it. Now I see it. Roll perception check. Amazing.
Yee.
But it's not in the. Wait,
Here,
I,
I'm
maybe I
posting
don't
it.
understand.
Yep, it's in D&D.
Posting a picture.
Yeah.
I'm posting a picture in the Echoes in the Institute chat here for us.
Uh-huh.
So the security is it a lot more than last year, or is it just a little bit more?
A lot more than last year. There was usually only 1 to 2 enforcers and largely
Oh.
defenders. Now you're seeing like 2 to 3 enforcers on every floor.
Must
As,
have been expensive.
As Alister is sort of walking in with everyone, he will say,
I understand strengthening security, but doesn't this seem a bit much?
I agree.
I'm not
It
seeing the photo
seemed-
posted.
A little bit oppressive. Oh, can I ask?
Oh, you put it in the
Alister,
voice chat. I see.
I said I was putting it in the voice chat.
Oh, it might not
I
pop
thought
up
he
for
meant the
people.
offline. I thought he meant the offline chat.
Yeah, I don't know how to see that in the... Yeah, oh, there they go. I see it now.
Your familiar is very beautiful. What's her name?
Oh,
My name is Lilith. I am a high-ranking demon and former handmaiden of Zariel.
Oh.
She's my familiar. She does enjoy a good joke here and there.
I'm no mere familiar. I am his contract.
But of course.
Contract.
And you can make me a history or arcana check.
Sure. And we can test out that I got this right, which I think I did. Let's see.
Okay, I
History.
would see that in my
Arcana.
D&D Beyond.
Did you
Oh my
click features
goodness.
and natural
Cool.
20?
I know everything about.
Give me one
contract.
second. This is what Nell posted in the voice thing. And then when you have it out normally, like I can see like the numbers of like next to the numbers, I can see a red B. And it asks me to press that instead of pressing like the attack button.
Yeah,
So-
I don't have that.
So example, I'm clicking
Oh.
on like a character I have his nature check. True.
Yeah, that's not in my D&D Beyond.
Do you have Beyond 20 enabled?
Oh, does my D&D Beyond also have to be in Chrome?
Yep. All has to be in Chrome.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's got to be in Chrome. You
Everything.
have to have that active.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
But
I wish the thing was in Firefox.
yeah. But Athziri, you have heard of this school of wizards known as the Order of the Occultist. They had their origins here, but the Order of the Occultists are wizards that make contracts with either celestials or fiends, and those become their allies in combat, and then the occultist, through their contracted familiar or themselves, can create sigils and other ways to bind threats to them, be it demon or celestial.
Very cool. Taking some notes here.
But I will
Well, it's a
say
pleasure.
that Melvin, you do see him hanging out in the first row. You see the wisp of cold air coming off of him.
Johnny Cool.
You see
I hate
an
this guy.
ice ganassi. Bear with me, this is the best I could do. With
He's
this
so cool. I hate him.
a very handsome man. He is more human than he is ganassi, but his ganassi features do manifest through markings on his body, and typically the under his eyes and on the sides of his face. And the cold energy. He is a master of ice, and he is actually now nominated to become one of the master students.
This is a terrible development.
The pediatrician back at my hometown would give him a 6.
Okay. But yes, feel free to seat yourselves wherever you would like.
Right. Oh, I'll head down.
Well, if we're all in the same class, perhaps we should stick together.
I agree.
Yes, I need people for my alibi.
Quite
Trust
like
these
that elephant
arcane
fella, though.
defenders. Pardon
Your
me.
alibi.
Huh?
The elephant.
Yep,
Elephant.
Quite a
you
striking
see
In the
appearance.
room.
no perception checks necessary, but you all see a passive.
Where am I?
They are, aka Locks of Dawn. They are known as Pakith or Passive in my world. But yeah, you definitely see the passive. They stand out quite a bit because they are a large race. But yeah, feel free. Cliff, you. Oh yeah, you got. But yeah, feel free to sit down.
Did I instant
you down this way?
transmission? I don't quite have a look on. Where am I?
Hold on.
Yeah, I think I saw your token go flying off in the distance,
Give me 1 second.
like Team Rocket.
Blasting off again.
Be gentle with your token. Here you go.
Right.
Put you back up here.
Hopefully I don't fly to the roof.
I'll
as
move
I
you
do.
here. Oh,
Oh.
Yes, over
Okay.
here.
You kind of sit down, they give you space so your wings can flip back in. But you all sit, and then you see Chloe has gotten there before you, inexplicably.
I'm very self-conscious about my wingspan.
She's very fast.
Well, she was using those skills downstairs, so it only makes sense.
We could probably use a little practice, I'm sure.
With that, she's drinking her chai. So occasionally you hear a slurp.
I do fear for Chloe's caffeine intake at this point in time.
Seems like not. Shame.
Give me 1
One
second.
could imagine that her magic might be fueled by the caffeine.
Now, there's an idea. We could develop a new form of caffeine-based magic.
Right. Helper's gonna be happy. A few people might be happy. Found the music. It takes a moment to find certain pieces of music. But as you all settle in, you see a few interesting people. Basically, my rule of thumb is anyone that is interesting has a token, but always assume that there are hundreds more people than you see. It saves me time, and also it makes it so Roll20 doesn't die, you know.
As it
I
does.
feed a little as part of my scone.
Take a piece.
Look at this stupid face.
Is there any other Vestral in the set?
Not in this particular mix of students, no. And as you're settling in, you're kind of looking around at the new faces. You see slowly appearing in a flit of arcane energy. The new headmaster of the Newman Academy, legendary hero of the Moonflower, he who's helped seal with his words the Brother of Destruction away, Lord Ariel Fell. You see a half-elf with black hair slicked back, these piercing red eyes, noting his fell lineage. He wears a kind of half-coat affixed with a harness for his remnant, Requiem, the violin. It's a very powerful remnant. And he looks very tired, but also energetic at the same time. And he appears on the stage. Hello, everyone. Welcome to your second year, and some of you your first, at the Newman Academy. Here, we not only study magic, but we also study every field that we can. Combat, practical arts, artifice, and enchanting, as well as history, economics, and politics. As you all know, it has been a very eventful few weeks, especially with the Arcane Surge. And lest any of you worry, we have ensured that the enchantments of the Academy are at top form. Our primary focus was to ensure that the ether crystals and the generators allowing our landmass to keep afloat were in tip-top shape. And, as your new headmaster, there will be a few changes this semester, but primarily, let us get started with some business. Those of you who are new to the Academy, I would like to introduce you to a large amount of our faculty. Professor Arcade Hexam and Professor Nim Thales are currently out at the moment and will return at a later date. They have some sit-in professors to take care of their tasks. Well, there we go. Yay. But it is pertinent that I introduce what staff we have on board right now. And a poof of green energy. It's funny, now two of Zach's characters are standing right next to each other. Oh, hold on. Let's hand up. The power of on the spot. Scott. You see a Rice, a half-giant man, and you would also all recognize this individual as one of the other legendary heroes of the Moonflower, Archdruid Talon Thal, the founder of Gobsgrove and the Archdruid of Socriff as a whole. Of course, Archdruid Talon Thal is our professor in Druidcraft and the Druid Track. He will also be helping sit in on the Wild Beast class while Arcade is away. Yeah, I'm gonna... Then you see... Poof! Another poof. You see a bear. Bipedal, wearing a druid's robes, a bunch of books, bottles, and a bag full of critters and other potions at his side. He has a little eyepiece that helps him zoom in. This is Professor Kent. He is Professor of Herbology. He will also be helping in Arcade's absence. Hey there, everybody. It's a pleasure to see all of you.
Oh my god, it's just a bear.
He's
I
so
think he's
fluffy.
just a bear.
You see a dwarven woman pop up with silver inlaid into her forehead and her eyes. Professor Agera, the head teacher of Artifice and the Enchanter Track. She nods. And of course, Professor Anders, returning for his second year of teaching in the Transmutation Department, as well as History and Economics. You see a regular-ass human man. And he just does the glasses tilt. Nods.
Ah, my eyes.
Professor Veneri, our necromancy professor, as well as one of our combat teachers. You see a drow woman with piercing red eyes. She's wearing black, brown, and red robes, allowing for ease of movement, and her sleeves are pulled up, and you see inlaid upon her arms are all these tattoos with necromancy text. As all of you know, necromancy is a very specific track, and you must study and gain a license to even perform necromancy as a craft here in Socriff due to the actions of Ferret de Sur. Let's see. Oh yeah, you would recognize the next person, Melvin. Your therapist. Of course, our school therapist, Barnabas Pax. You see a bugbear. His hair is pulled back into this bit of a bun and just a mess of locks. He wears just a nice long vest, kind of like a coat vest almost, and then he's just got a simple black shirt underneath it, and he's wearing a necklace. He has this weird shifting black mark on his face that kind of thrums with ether and energy, and he wears a small set of spectacles. Professor Neris, our evocation professor, and also our literature teacher. You see a human woman with blonde hair, just wearing traditional mage robes. And she just looks very happy to be here.
My word.
And of course, Professor Silrana. You all see a solar angel. Standing at 7 feet tall. This golden skin almost, and this luminous yellow hair. She wears a headpiece.
Inside of me.
She is quite muscular. She wears monk robes, and has these lit up golden freckles. Her eyes are just this pure gold, and she wears a necklace with blue gem fixed in the center of it. Our combat teacher and head of the monastic track. She nods. Her voice echoes out. Behave yourselves. And new to our staff this year is the new head of the combat and combat master, Kazuya Yukidon, of the Yukidon clan. You see a Tosiran elf scar across his face. He's got this this scruffy beard. His hair is short, kind of shaggy. He is wearing leather and breastplate armor with a little pauldron. He has a sleeve open, and you see just Tosiran markings and tattoos upon his arm. And on his back, he has a bow, and he also has a nodachi. It is a pleasure to be working with all of you. I will ensure that your morning physical exercises are adequate. And, of course, our Archmage and Protector, Delanos Coulson. Let's see, this individual. You see a being. He is taller than any human. He is not elven. He is not... It's hard to say what he is, but he's humanoid. And some of you have never seen this man. You've heard of him, as the school has an Archmage to protect it. But he has cloth wrapped around his eyes and these blue markings that pulse in tandem with his ether and his heartbeat. He wears a set of robes that exposes his torso just a bit, and he has this plethora of scrolls at his hip. And then he has a component pouch, a crystal necklace with an ether crystal, and then he carries a staff with this floating piece in the middle that moves around. I will ensure that everyone is protected this year. Now, thank you, staff. You may do as you wish. A lot of them will just move to the side or and linger, keeping point. But of course, this year we also have new master students. So it is quite an exciting development. And for all of you, master students are the best of the best. They are the strongest students here in both arcane, physical, and otherwise matters of the school. They are basically like an elite student council. We will go in descending order from our newest members to our master, our high master. Master Kresna Nix. Am I right? He gets that little thing, and walking from behind the stage, you see this. Sorry, there's a lot of introduction going on.
Arlayna's just finishing her chai and eating her scone and giving little bits of it to Lilith.
Melvin is preparing to possibly boo very loudly.
Oh my god.
Alister's
see-
kind of,
Cliff, is I am the Archsage?
Archmage.
Yes.
You see a pallid elf walk out with these inky marks around her eyes. She wears black and white robes. She looks quite nasty. Very mean looking. Master Koga. You would all see an orc. Actually, hold on. Yep. Larger. Second. This big. But yes, there you see an orc individual, and they come up. They're wearing very bright attire, purples and reds. But their hair is dyed purple and braided back into some segments. But they just come up and give a respectful bow. Master Luna Ravenstide. Let's see this. A Shadowkai. What's more curious is they are not wearing a mask to filter the air, as the air to Shadarkai in Nol is toxic. But you see a Shadarkai woman. She has body scar modification on the left side of her face, giving some sort of pattern, which scarification and body modification is quite common for Shadarkai. But she wears gothic attire, to say the least. Like these poofy pants and like kind of like a cloth that goes in the middle of that, but then she has like one sleeve open, and wrapped around her left arm is a set of black chain.
Been quite some time since I've last.
Ominous boy. But they respectfully bow, and you guys can make me a history check on the name, Ravenstide. Dang! Oh, by the way, for you, Ale, you got a natural 20 on your check. You have a point of inspiration. And Johnny, you got a natural 20, so you get a point of inspiration for your check as well.
What do I get, Coach?
You get a booger in your finger. As you're picking your brain, quite literally.
It's coming out sometimes. I don't know. It's like
Cliff.
Tissues and more tissues.
Cliff, you may make me a history check because you are a record. You have the record keeper background. Oh no, you don't. You took a different background, I believe.
Yes.
So a history check.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you need help locating history?
Yeah, a little. Sorry.
Alright, so you see that middle bar?
Middle bar.
That says skills at the bottom? It's right before your attack ability.
Oh, I see it.
Mhm.
Yes, I see it. I see it.
It's
now.
going to be right in the middle. It's going to be under deception.
I see it. And then I just hit beyond 20.
Maybe you hit the... Oh, you are a record keeper. You may roll advantage for Etro's guidance. So roll that twice.
So click
Good.
2 times.
One at a time. Oh! I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You got a natural 20 for your first roll?
Good
Oh,
job.
I'm not even done.
Yeah, roll again. Let's see. Oh my god. That's my
Shoot, you're
boy.
hot.
You got a point of inspiration.
Knowledge comes with
Look at
years.
those beautiful rolls.
Knowledge comes with years of parent.
This is his first rolls ever, too, so that's amazing.
Good omen.
So Alister and Cliff, you would know the Tide name. In the Shadowfell, there's a domain known as Tide, and it's where the biggest population of Shadarkai in the material plane of Null exist. Some years ago, why am I blanking on his name? Eli Ophius von Ravenstide made a deal with the sovereign, Sonia Thal, to have Ravenstide reach out more. Eli is an individual known as the Deal King. He is a lesser idol, making deals with all sorts of individuals, and becoming a patron for many. Now, the name Ravenstide, that is the royal name as well as the domain. So, royals from the Ravenstide line are highly skilled Shadarkai, and many of them are able to get implants within their throats that allow them to breathe the air of Null. But the Ravenstides do not take any minor abilities. They are all strong, capable individuals, either mages or warriors. That's what both of you get. And the rest of you, Athziri, you would understand that they are a Shadarkai clan and a domain. And Nel, the name sounds familiar based on your experiences in the capital of Horu, but you can't quite pin it down.
I probably heard it here or there, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Master Godric. Let's see this individual. Literally floating out on this sand-like wings. He floats out, a bit of a showboater. You see this man with like black and white hair. He is wearing white, black, and silver robes. And he just lands down, and all this dust and like sand goes into a little vial on his side. It disappears. And he just winks into the crowd, and you hear a few people go, "Oh, he's hot. That was cool with the wings. How did he do that?" Master Orin. In a flurry of fire and lightning. You'd see this individual. Where are you there? You all would see a kindred. More of a humanoid kindred. They are the beast folk race, and when they come of age, they take a form that best represents them with an animal. Most are bipedal animals, but some are more human with animal-like traits, such as this individual who seems to have the traits of some kind of white tiger. And last but certainly not least, our currently running High Master for the past couple of years, Master Ranail D. And you see just appearing out of this inky void in the ground. And there's a few people, "Oh, it's him! It's Ranail!" Like, fans for sure. You see a human man in black, silver, and gold attire, rings on each of his fingers with black fingernails. His hair is slicked back. It is this dark color, and on his shoulder is this inky little familiar that's just looking around at everyone, looking as if it wants to torment. Ranail will look. Amateurs. Thank you, Master Class. Feel free to be seated. Seated they will be, over in the cool kid corner. And of course, this year, we have a up-and-coming master. Mr. Jonathan Kreslin. And everyone looked like the spotlight goes over to Jonathan, and people start clapping Melvin up. Clapping, it gets to you. It gets to you. How dare he get promoted? was that? You just hear people like whisper, huh? What?
Melvin ducks immediately.
But thank you. Thank you, Master
Gonna
Class.
try to at least try to be civil.
What else
And
you
this
talking about?
this year, most of all, I recommend, Masters, that he looks over back in their corner. Please aid your fellow classmates where and when you can. Now, some of you may be wondering why you have been drafted into a new returning program, more to say, the Aether-Prima House. This was an old program instituted some 500 years ago. However, due to lack of funding and prospects, the program was put on ice. The Aether-Prima program is for up-and-comers, those who we have noticed their talents in their first year, and those that we think can grow to a bigger, larger skill. You will be on a separate track from the rest of your students, and you will have a different facility, just on the outskirts of campus. Your dorms will also be placed there. A handful of second and first years have been drafted into this house. Such as Desmond Caecilian. Spotlight shines on this individual. You see a human man in blue, black, and red attire, and he just looked with this red hair, and he just looks at everyone and just waves, and he gives a wink to people.
Dreamworks eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Kira! You all see a changeling woman in purple robes. He just nods. Alelujah. You see an ASMR with mismatched eyes and a faint halo on her head, and she just smiles and nods and waves. Checking. Oh, okay. Monica Caleri. See a human woman. With silver hair and wearing black and silver robes. Akoya Van Runis of the Runis House. See a human woman wearing black, gold, and white robes. And from the Master Class, Renile D, High Master, will be a part of this house. As well as Master Orin. Murmur. Of course, we also have Athziri. What's your last name again?
Of basically of House Yukana, or so Yukana maybe.
Athziri of House Yukana. Cliff. Melvin.
Yes.
Slickbottom. There's some murmurs.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
Alister Hargraves.
Alister gives a proper bow.
And Arlayna Maplewood. Oh wait, there she is. Duh. And Amara Deleave. See this individual. Who's sitting in front of you, actually. And may I introduce your professor, the one in charge of your house. Professor Seldoween Naverick. You will see this individual appear in a shimmering of numbers and code. Where's your handout, boss? Here we go. You see a human man wearing green, blue, and gold robes. And as he appears, like I said, all these numbers, codes, and shapes appear behind him and shimmer off. He seems to be in his early 30s. I have a heavy scruff on the face, but he looks at all of you. Hello, everyone. My name is Professor Seldoween Naverick, as Ariel said. I will be in charge. Aether-Prima House. I will be in charge of all of you. I look forward to work together, and I hope I'll be able to test all of you quite soon. People are like, oh, wow, they're murmuring about him. None of you have seen him ever, not even in your first year. He seems to be a new teacher.
We have seen, like, when he kind of appeared with numbers and code, like any other kind of magic or anything like that before?
Make me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
14.
Great, not terrible.
That is sufficient. That is numeromancy.
Oh. Cool.
It is a very rare magic. Only a select few are capable of it. They basically use a vast amount of equations and something called code to perform their magic for the ether. And it also allows them to create their spells into vast geometric shapes.
Our head professor's a fucking nerd.
You're in a school full of them, Melvin.
No.
But yes.
I'll be the cool one.
All of you are required to head over to the Aether-Prima house as soon as possible. I will be testing each unit. Each of you in your dockets should have a unit number. This is the number of students that are in one single unit. Will act as a group throughout their school year. You will go on missions outside of school on behalf of the Newman Academy. This will also not raise your experience out in the field, provide you income and other opportunities, and allow us to give back to the people of Sarkrith. Training begins immediately. Once you head to the Aether-Prima house, you will all be taken to a separate arena to test your combat skills as a unit. Hope to see you there. And he snaps his finger and he literally like cuts out like a, you know, like when you turn off an old CRT and like the lines hit together, like of static, they just hit together in like a vertical shape. He does that, boom, and it's gone.
He's so cool.
Well, you heard him. You are dismissed. Please enjoy your first day. And as a note, those of you looking for a fence, we do not tolerate the black market in our academy halls. Any information on a fence of the Hidden Star would be greatly appreciated and rewarded. Please do not purchase anything from the black markets. Thank you.
I heard Johnny Cool runs the black market.
My God. Listen to that.
You can't just throw somebody under the bus just because you don't like them. If you're gonna do that, at least find or forge evidence.
That's a great idea.
Yes. With that dismissal.
So what you're saying is, I have to find the black market so I can buy things from the black market so I can frame Johnny Cool for being in the black market. Yes.
Are you
Yeah.
opening
I
this?
said no such
Same-
thing, but if that's the conclusion you wish to draw, by all means make your own choices.
Yes.
But you all take a look at your papers to figure out what unit you were in. You're in Unit 6. Each of you. Which means you are all in
Oh.
the same unit.
Well, I guess we're compatriots.
Appears so.
I'm sure we'll get along smoothly.
All this craziness you hear in the distance. The man Desmond walks by. Melvin. You feel a slight familiar energy in this individual.
Is that
That
so?
of the eldritch variety.
Oh.
Since-
Tips fedora that he doesn't have.
You sense a fellow warlock.
Nice.
Not only that, but he smells of a very familiar smell to you. Of this smoky ember. Just like your patron.
It's your brother.
So I'm to assume we have the same patron?
Most likely. That, or at least the same type of patron.
Fortuitous. Surely this professor will be an ally.
But yes. What would you guys like to do?
Well, you said that we needed to head to get tested, so might as well make our way there then. Wouldn't you?
I
all
want to
agree?
mage hand throw a book at Johnny Cool.
I would like to make acquaintance with one of headmasters.
Okay. First and foremost, Melvin. And then we'll get to you, Cliff.
Now I can make my mage hand invisible and I can cast it without verbal or somatic components.
Oh my god.
Now, the one thing I need you to do
Uh-huh.
is make me a dexterity check. Adding your
Dexterity.
Arcana modifier. To see how
Okay.
well the hand can yeet the book. Because
Yes.
there are a lot of
but
people.
what-
Reminder, there are a lot of people in here. Those are just the important people.
I'd like to catch the book before it arcs.
Well, we'll see after this dexterity check.
Well, see, I'm picking up a book like not near us. I'm doing it like a few rows up, picking it up with my mage hand and chucking it because I think that's the only way I could do it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, my acrobatics has the same bonus that my Arcana does, so I'll just roll that.
Sounds good.
That's what I like to see.
All right, and then let me make a dexterity check for Johnny. Oh, wrong one. Oop. Let's see.
Oh, Johnny.
Just
You
he's
see,
too cool.
you see, as the book goes his way, not even looking, he snaps his finger and it freezes in an arc of wind and book,
Shit.
and it just sticks in place. And everyone's like, "Oh, Johnny!" He's like, "Yeah, that's what I do."
I mean,
And he looks
I-
behind
I-
him.
Melvin just like does that like very like cartoony like sinking into his seat lower and lower till he's just.
That's kind of perfect, though, how that ended up going.
I mean, he's a
yeah.
master student. He's not gonna be a pushover.
He's a future master student, yeah.
For sure.
Alister will look over to Melvin and say,
Hey,
I would
Buffany.
just-
Oh, I see Buffany's in chat. Buffany, if you want to draw an Ice Ganassi named Johnny Cool, please.
I would discourage bullying. Melvin.
Wait, are you calling? Excuse me.
Lilith looks at you. You were quite
Me
obvious.
of bullying?
Yes, I am.
Cliff uses his left wing to sort of prop a small distance of space away from Melvin. Just I'm not associated with the consequences of this.
How
I
dare
believe the
you be a
term
bully?
here, Melvin, is well,
Oop.
it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
I'm not going to be pushed around by the likes of you. You're not going to gaslight me into saying, tell me that I'm a bully. You're a
Excuse
bully.
me. Excuse me.
What?
This
What?
woman
Hello?
looks at you. Hi, fellow Aether-Prima student, Amara Deleve. Do you all know where the Aether-Prima house is?
Do we?
You were told it's on the outskirts of campus.
So, do you have like any kind of little map drawn in our papers?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, Athziri will say, well, we'll head over there right now if you want to tag along with us.
Very well. And that would be most ideal. As I said, my name is Amara Deleve. And as she speaks, you notice she has fangs.
Let's see. With my eloquence, though, Athziri will say, pleased to meet you. What unit are you in?
I'm in Unit 4.
Have you met the others in your unit yet?
No, I have not. Also, Melvin,
Yes.
with your passive perception, you feel like someone's watching you.
Melvin wants to be real cool and kind of try and, go down to tie his shoes, but really he wants to know who's looking at him.
As you look behind you, you see a black shape just duck down.
Ominous.
I'm grabbing all the Aether-Prima kids, because I'm going to have
Can
to
I
keep them
roll
on this map.
perception to see if I notice that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me a second. I have to reopen it up in. Because when I was running it, my entire system crashed while having both open.
Yeah, the kicker.
Is there a way I could roll to see if Amira, like, the fangs are, like, animal?
Another
or
natural
big?
20!
Yo, we're so
Holy
good
moly.
at D&D, guys.
My word.
You're so good.
Just kidding. So easy.
I'll get back to you in just a moment, Athziri. Yeah, you see exactly who's watching Melvin. Arlayna.
Okay, who is it? Ah.
You see a mage student just peeking up, looking at Melvin, and she ducks down.
Melvin, what
Oh
did
my
you do to
God.
this poor young woman?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Technically, you do not know about that just yet, Cliff. At the moment, Arlayna is the only one that knows. And for you, Athziri, you can make me a perception check or an investigation check to see you can figure out what those fangs are all about.
Will do. Not very high.
6? It's hard to say. She's kind of pretty.
I couldn't help but notice you have magnificent chompers.
Just blinks.
What's your deal?
I mean, not much.
Cool. Very
Athziri's
cool.
gonna kind of like link arms with Amira and like walk a little forward of the group and just be friendly and chat.
Good idea. Alright, let me
It's
go
so
drag you to the
funny
Aether-Prima
playing
house.
a character with so much charisma,
But he's not
points-wise,
charismatic.
but he's not. I imagine anytime I succeed on like a persuasion or anything like that, it's out of pity. And I think that's the way it should
Oh
be.
no, poor guy.
What he deserves.
It is what it is.
Welcome to the Aether-Prima house, kids.
Oh,
And as you're walking and talking, you do notice that High Master Renile D, Orin are in front of you, and they just keep looking back at you. Orin with disgust. Renile seemingly with just prejudice.
I'm gonna give like one of just like my warmest, most winning smiles.
I look to the side. well aware of the history between the two of us.
I'm just gonna blend in so that way they're not actually looking at me.
That's fair. Yes, you come to this lovely 3-story building. It is a circular in design, and it has this open courtyard. There's an observatory you immediately see, and there's a large domed area. I'll come in. And let me grab him. And in a flicker of, once again, numbers and code, you see your professor appear. Hey guys! Eating like an apple. Welcome. Welcome, I hope you enjoy the Aether-Prima house. This is where you will be staying for the school year. In between missions when you are on campus. And as such, I find it pertinent to remind you all that you are partially exempt from lessons here and there when you are on missions for for your house. So, first things first, this is the main teleportation circle here. There are a few others right down the way. Those are for use for each unit to get you to access points that we have throughout the continent, just to make your travel a little easier. Now, a few of you know where you're going. Master Renile, Master Orin, you're free to do as you wish. Just leave. And Renile looks behind and looks at all of you. As High Master, I find it pertinent to say, do not waste your time or my time bothering me. Do as you will. Learn what you think is important. But do not bother me with your lofty ideals of success. Okay! Something says.
Man,
How
I
does he
hate
leave?
to say this, but
He just leaves he turns into an ink puddle, and he moves across the ground and disappears.
Oh, I would say like Melvin raises his hand and he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess no questions."
All sunshine and rainbows with that one.
yeah, for lack of a better term, he certainly seems like an ass.
Yeah,
Flipped
that
right
seems
to the
pretty...
ground, that one.
I just wanted to know what kind of missions we're gonna be doing.
You're gonna be out in the field. Combat...
Espionage, maybe.
Possibly. This unit will go off and do their stuff.
All right.
So, we're going into the arena. But on this floor is where your unit will be staying. You each have rooms. So, basically, you kids here,
Oh, nice.
here. Check. Pretend there are more rooms. We'll work on that. But, like, there are some... There are bunk beds. How about that? Some of you are going to be rooming.
Sure.
who's the poor sap that has Melvin as a roommate?
Oh no.
Let me
Nose
roll.
game.
Because let me tell you, if they don't have earplugs, they might get levels of exhaustion.
All right. On a 1, it's Cliff. On a 2, it's Alister. Cliff, you're roommates with Melvin.
Well, hello there, bird friend.
All right. Come on, kids. I gotta take you to the arena.
Good thing my wings are sound.
I'll take the top bunk.
Also, yeah, names, all of you. I don't know who you all are.
I'm Melvin Slickbottom, sir.
Ah, a Slickbottom. Very respectable name. I've heard good things about your bloodline.
Yeah, I guess.
Fine crafters of engineering.
I've only gone by one title, one name. Cliff. You
Pleasure.
may call me that.
Nice to meet you, Cliff. Cultist. Talk about bad luck for your group.
Bad luck.
Oh, I mean, Massacre?
An unfortunate event. I am Alister Hargraves. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Professor.
Likewise. You know, hey, if an occultist wizard can become the Grand Mage of all Sokrith, I think they're good luck, honestly.
Athziri
Luck
will
is
give
overrated.
a very sort of graceful sort of stage bow where she sort of like dips down a little bit and says, I am Athziri of House Yukana.
Nice to meet you. Now, let's get you all settled. I gotta test your mettle, as it were.
Are we gonna have lunch first, perhaps?
No,
I only got a tea.
let me give you a tour. This is the second floor. Here is your workshop. This is where all of you can come and independently study your craft, create items, and craft potions as well as magic items, should you have the skill to do so. More of the dorms for the upper students. Should you guys play your cards right in your missions, you'll be able to get independent rooms. An alchemy lab for creation of potions and the like, and we have our own private archive. They are going to be installing an archivist very soon. And we also have a lecture hall here. But, you know, not going to be too many lectures happening, if you know what I mean.
Get it.
I imagine we'll be learning on our feet.
Yes, that is the point of the program.
I see. Trial by fire, I should say.
Yeah. Also, you all signed the waivers, correct?
Didn't have much of a choice, but yes.
Good. This
Quite
is the
literally, quite literally, all in the wrists in my case.
This is our observatory where you can observe all 3 moons if you like. And there's some practice towers over here where you can all practice your magic outwardly. But here is the arena, one of them. Oh, that's not one.
That's a door, sir.
So this is going to be a trial by combat, then?
Yes.
Can Alister cast Mage Armor?
Yep, you're allowed.
Right now?
Yes, right now.
I thought I was pretty clear about, not having lunch.
You'll get lunch after this. If you survive.
Some time.
Don't die.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot.
It's been quite some time since I last fended for anyone. As far as I remember, anyways.
Very well. Place yourselves on a circle each. So one of these little things. Wherever you see fit, I'll get to work summoning.
Speaking of summoning, sir, could I have a nice or so to summon my own?
Southeast seems to be a modest direction.
I left my familiar at home, sir.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess. What are you summoning?
Oh, my familiar.
Now, as a Warlock of Gazgan, there is a familiar that you can summon, which is the Gore Vermin. It's the rat.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of that thing, didn't you?
Yes, I did. They
I
don't
remember
have
being
they don't have
just like-
eyes, but they have eyes on their butt.
Oh god.
Amazing. Incredible.
Yeah. I was thinking like either one of those creatures, or I was even thinking just like if we. One idea was I just like pull the snot booger out of my nose, and it's just a giant slug, and I just throw it into the battlefield.
Give me 1 second. We have a tradition here, because people will often question what kind of rat this is, because it's clearly demonic. It goes by a code name.
What's his code name?
You'll see. I'm about to give you control of the imp stat block.
Oh, yes, my emotional support rat. Radicus Finch.
Or the ESR for short. And all of you see as Melvin kind of goes into a standstill for a moment, and his eye, he doesn't catch this at all. He just blinks and it's done. But all of you see Melvin just go into a trance, his eyes roll into the back of his head, he opens his hands, and blood just drips from underneath his fingernails as he does a demonic incantation. And a little summoning circle appears, and from it crawling out.
Oh, there he is. Neat.
I suddenly feel very ill sharing a room with him.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you rights for the
That's racist.
for the
Well, I'll have you know, as someone with bestial ancestry, I don't see race.
Anyhow. Melvin. Here you go.
To give Cliff some rope and a gag, aren't I?
Yes.
Alright. Professor Seldovine is gonna be like, alright. It looks like you're all ready. Have fun. He's gonna... Perfect. Yeah, this one's, he's gonna be very mad when he comes out, but I'll see how you guys do.
Game faces on, you guys.
Yeah, if you die, that'll suck.
My mother would be very upset if I died.
Are we limited to just magic, or can we use some of our physical offensive prowess?
Anything goes. This is a school of both magic and combat, so...
I see.
Alright, as you
So what
see...
exactly is he doing?
This circle, as he's like put out all these like glyphs and numbers on the ground, glows a green color, and then you see
Hold on.
the shape.
As that's going off, she's gonna touch the ground with her gauntleted hand and try to absorb the spell into the gauntlet.
Unfortunately, you cannot absorb this one.
Oh, good try.
It was a worthwhile attempt to steal the spell.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
yes.
something a little different. But you see this in the center of these glyphs, a bear head. As yep, everyone, if you haven't met it, this is a dire rune bear. They get summoned from the Feywild constantly because of wild magic, thus making them quite aggressive creatures. They are mad because they are pulled from their lives.
Oh, I'm sad now.
And I would like you all to click on your tokens and roll initiative. So what you're going to do is click on them, go into the next tab, roll your initiative, and then it'll account for your tokens.
What does go into your next tab mean?
Oh, like, so you have Roll20 in one tab, click on the other one, and you have D&D Beyond. So you click on your token, then immediately move to the other one while it's still highlighted, and roll initiative so it'll track you properly on the counter.
No.
Just saves me a
Cool.
there we
Okay,
go.
okay.
Where does it
I
say
gotcha.
roll it?
Initiative, it will say, it'll be right next to your AC, so that +4. So armor class with the shield, the thing right next to it to its left is your initiative bonus.
I
think we used all of our good rolls early, yes.
You did.
okay. Okay, so
The bear only
I
rolled a 4.
I see the game log. You said AC. No. Oh, the shield. The shield.
Yep, right next to the shield, there's a number that says +4. Click on that. That's your initiative.
I see.
Beautiful! Whoa! Okay.
I swear, I have no idea how I'm.
And I'm gonna put the professor on here as a passive. initiative, but okay, kids. Welcome to your first Knocker's Den Null Combat, baby! As a reminder, you have a free action in combat known as a cast or instinct check. On the start of your turn, from any point from the start to the end, you can make a cast check to learn about the abilities of the creatures you are fighting, such as AC, HP, their abilities, all that stuff. Also, a healing potion is a bonus action. No, a free action. Well, actually, no, I've changed it. Sorry, I'm tired. We are playing around with some rules for a lot of the new groups. Healing potions are now a bonus action again in my games. However, if you use your full action to drink a healing potion, you get the max healing rolled. So, like, 44 plus, like, whatever, like, if you're doing, like, a big boy potion, you get the full 44 plus 4, like, the max roll. If you use an action to drink a potion. Use your bonus action, you roll it. Alright, kids. Cliff! Hey, buddy.
Hello.
So, I'm gonna do something here. Get ready, I'm gonna be giving you a tutorial. Professor Seldoween looks at you. So you're a bard, right? You're a swords bard. That means you're good in combat physically, as well as magic.
Something of the sort, yes.
Now, you can use your bonus action to bardically inspire one of your allies to give them a little bit of a leg up on their turn. Or, you can cast some spells, prepare some things, or just go straight forward and go and attack with that Kaleido Rapier you got. Which I believe requires an action to activate. Or a bonus action. And on your turn, you have an action, a bonus action, and a reaction.
I see. Well, I'm in the role of support, am I not? I think it's best I cast Bardic Inspiration.
Alrighty.
And let my other colleagues take a moment to shine.
Which of your teammates would you like to give Bardic Inspiration?
Let's see.
You have to pick
Alister.
one. Ooh.
Alister.
Alright.
Yeah.
You get Bardic Inspiration. How do you inspire Alister, Cliff?
You can win. You feel great. You can do it. Let me see here.
So basically, it's not a spell either. It is an ability you have. So you've used one use of your Bardic Inspiration. So on his turn, for the next 10 minutes, he can add a d6 to one of his attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. So that is your bonus action.
I'll give you that then.
Right? You do have your action. And you have your movement. And as an Ardling, you have a 30-foot fly speed and a 30-foot walking speed.
My word.
So you can move effectively 60 feet in one round. Because in my games, I allow them to be two separate forms of movement that you can utilize on your turn.
I see. I will... Movement. And... So it's my turn to move?
Yep. You can move, you can stay where you are, or because you can do ranged attacks, or you can do melee attack like you were thinking. So it's up to you.
I'll be taking a step back.
Alrighty. So that is 5, 10, 15, you move 20 feet. So each square is 5 feet, so you count that in increments of 5.
I see.
Yep. That's pretty good. Are you gonna do an attack?
I shall forego an offensive countermeasure for the time being.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Now you do have if you would like to debuff the bear, you do have an action spell known as Bane. If you cast that, I believe... He makes a charisma save against your spell DC, and if he fails, he has to take a minus 1d4 to his attack rolls and saving throws. The bear.
In that case, I shall cast my lot.
Right, cast Bane. Go ahead and click on the spell, and it'll play all the goodies. All right, so that's a DC 14 charisma save. Double check, make sure. So the bear, you hold out your hand. How does your Bane look when it tries to negatively affect the enemy?
Black and red swirls, akin to the ones that wrap around my forearms that are under my bracelets. They sort of seep out, but nothing that quite breaks or shatters. It's very much contained, but it is nonetheless potent.
Right, the bear is Bane. It failed its save. Would you like to use your free action to make a, let me add it to your sheet real quick. I believe you got a cast check.
Oh,
I gotta add it to your sheet. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Wisdom, proficient. Alright, refresh your sheet and it'll be at the very bottom of your skills. It is C.A.S. It is your free action to analyze an enemy in combat. Or instinct for those who believe in the more natural.
Oh, here it is.
Yep. Go ahead and click on that. 6. Not sufficient at this time, but hey, it's a good turn. Melvin!
Melvin notices that his roommate didn't, bardic inspire him, so he's going to remember that. It's like, wow, okay. Getting off on a great first foot, I guess. Melvin is going to grab his emotional support rat in one hand and is going to bonus action cast Hex.
Right.
So we go ahead and do that. Oh, I see. I just wanted to use the spell, but apparently I will.
Yeah, sometimes it does that.
Now I know how that works. Melvin's gonna. He's not a large guy, but I bet you we can push him. And he's going to make an attack roll.
Okay.
Casting Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty, go ahead and blast him.
A natural fucking 1.
No, it's a natural 20.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a natural 20.
You rolled a natural 20 in your Eldritch Blast. 29.
Ooh, that's good. Go ahead.
Okay, that's really weird because on my screen D&D Beyond, it was literally a 1, and then it just all of a sudden turned into a 20.
Yeah, no, it does that sometimes if you have digital dice on. But yeah.
Okay. I was just like,
so what we're gonna do here?
Professor Selduine's eyebrows go up.
So you're gonna roll the damage, and then you're gonna roll another set of damage dice for it. So go ahead and roll your first set of D10.
Yeah, I'll roll
which
the
is
normal
you
damage.
click on the pink thing. Yeah. Okay. So 11, and then do another bit of damage. Because for spells we do the roll it, but for physical attacks it's just doubled.
Okay, so just roll a D10.
Yep. Roll the damage dice again. So it's a D10 plus 5.
Oh, okay.
Yep. 9. Ooh. Okay.
And then I have Hex.
You have Hex.
Doubled.
That's also critted too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's you don't have to roll that again. Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. Perfect. That's a good start.
26 damage on one attack.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Melvin's shocked, oh, that was really good.
And you see your hands laced with this infernal flame underneath it, and you hear in your head, "That's right, boy. Show 'em the power of Gascan.
You got it, Dad.
I'm not your dad."
Well, thank goodness
Everyone hears him. Everyone we hear him say you got it, Dad, and just huh?
Yeah.
Melvin will then tactically retreat behind Alister. So
Okay. Do you want to make a cast check?
yes. If our diagonal is always 5, or
Diagonals are always 5, yeah.
30. Just gonna move down here with my mostly support guy in my hand. Okay, a cast check. Do I?
Well, let me see. You might not have it. Give me 1 second and I can add it to your sheet.
Just imagine the bear was Johnny Cool and everything worked swimmingly.
Can you imagine if you just shot Johnny Cool with an Eldritch Blast?
Oh my god.
I thought about it, but it seemed a bit early to do that. I thought invisible hand
Alright,
throwing a book.
refresh your sheet and it'll be at the bottom of your skill list.
Chaos. Oop.
That is sufficient.
Shit.
This is the ability list.
Nice.
Do I pick one to identify, or is
Yep.
this just what I get?
You pick one to identify.
Let's do age.
Excellent. As a bonus action, the Dire Rune Bear enters into an even deeper rage, granting them resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, and an additional 1d6 damage on a hit. Yeah, so, and it also likes to go after the things that have hurt it the most. Ian, you're in danger, my boy.
Question. With my Eldritch Invocation, I can push people when I Eldritch Blast. Is this thing pushable, or is it too big?
Too big.
I'm in danger.
He looks at you and his red eyes glow even deeper.
Oh no.
Professor, I'm supposed to be the back. I'm not sure your bear understands battle tactic.
Oh, I don't control it. It's just a mad creature. Wouldn't you be mad if you were pulled out of your lovely home, too?
Depends which is Johnny Cool who did it.
Fair, yeah.
I've had nightmares where he does that.
Alright,
Yeah, that's my turn.
Professor Seldowine's turn. You guys got this. Athziri.
Okay, I am going to, let's see here. I'm going to cast use my Bardic Inspiration on Melvin.
Gonna need it.
He's gonna need it, so we mark it down. Let's see. I'll inspire him by saying, let's see. Because of this, your error, let's save you from this terror.
Hey!
Hey! And I will also cast Lord Help Me. I'm looking for.
Unfortunately, Lord Helpy ain't a spell.
Right. Spike growth centered on the. I'm gonna center it slightly in front of the bear so that like he would have to like run, like it's on him, but also like run through to get to Melvin, if that makes sense.
Give me 1 second. That is a 20-foot spear. Okay.
Yeah.
1 second. I have that.
Awesome.
It's a little smaller than that, but give me 1 second.
No worries.
Now that's what I call a barrier.
Exactly.
You raise it up.
Yes. Raise up these spikes.
Alright, and he needs
And-
to... No,
Yeah.
he does not make a save yet. When a creature moves.
It's just difficult terrain
Alright.
for him. Maybe. I don't know. And then I'll do a cast check, and I'm so sorry you're gonna have to walk me through again. It's on D&D Beyond.
Yep, give me 1 second. I don't know if I added it to your sheet, but give me one moment and I will. Give me 1 second, I'll add it, and then you're going to want to refresh your sheet.
Perfect. While you're doing that, Athziri's going to use her movement to move north a little bit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
There you go.
I'll just-
Refresh your sheet and it's in there.
Beautiful.
I realized I did an oopsie and moved 5 feet too much, so I moved myself 5 feet back.
Okay, that's good.
Ah, I see it here. Go, Cass. Holy moly. That's a good one.
Very good.
Okie dokie. Let us please. Let's.
And you can
let's,
also learn
I gotta-
ACHP.
ACHP?
You can learn that
Um,
as well, yeah.
Yeah. Let's learn Weak. Sounds interesting.
Weaknesses, resistances, immunities? Yes, you can.
I see. Oh, I see. Yes.
He is
Oh,
vulnerable
cool.
to no forms of damage, resistant to no forms of damage, immune to no forms of damage, but he is immune to the charmed and frightened condition.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you so
Mhm.
much.
Alrighty,
Melvin thinks to himself, I think I can intimidate this bear.
Arlayna.
Well, there goes my opportunity for trying to get up close and personal.
You are
That's what I'll have to
actually,
do.
you are under level 6, which means your ally spells do not affect you. I do a safety net at early levels so people are able to try out more combos and stuff. And then when we hit like level 5 or level 6, I turn that off because you guys would have had enough combat experience to get used to each other's patterns. So you can go in the spike growth and you're unaffected.
Too, because he's like I placed it so that he would have to run through it to go to Melvin. So he's
Yep.
If he goes north, he'll be out of it.
You got options.
Yeah. Hit him.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Arlayna basically pulls out her short swords
Okay.
from under her cloak, and she's gonna rush in and basically try to spiral cut through the bear.
Very well. Go ahead and make your attack. "19 hits,
Nice.
and it is
dual wielding.
and it has been hitting your allies. I mean, like, it's fighting your allies, and your allies are fighting it. Your sneak attack does go through.
And since I'm dual wielding, I get the other hand.
Mm-hmm. Your bonus action. Perfect, perfect. A 13 does not hit. So that one goes a little wide, but you go in with a nice cleave swing with your first hit. But then when you go in with that second one, he kind of raises his claws against it.
Doesn't quite dig deep enough.
It seems like it's saying something, but you don't know what it's saying. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Let's see. Can I use? Because it says that fast hands, you can use bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a sleight of hand check. Can I use that to try to jab something in the eye and blind the bear?
Unfortunately, you use your bonus action for 2-weapon fighting, so it's been used for this turn. But it's something you can look into for the future.
Okay.
Alrighty. It's the bear's turn, first and foremost. And it gets bigger, its muscles ripple, and it goes into a rage.
Oh dear.
The bear
And
would
it's-
like to rage.
This is concerning.
Alright,
Oh, no.
so
Everyone's
it is going to take a bit of damage. So that was like 5, 10, 15, 20. So 2d4 for every 5 feet. So 5, 10, 20. So 2 times 4. Don't do my math for me, just in case any of you try. I will fight you. So 8d4.
Good.
Trying to put Radicus in a place where, because I'm holding it in my hands, but he was in the way of that.
All right,
Square. I don't know if you want to move
he
closer.
takes half of 17 because he is raging, so he takes half of that.
Yeah. Honestly.
And Arlayna, you do get an attack of opportunity because he went out of your space.
That's just the one. I don't get the extra because of
Yeah.
dual will, correct?
Correct. Well, that's your sneak attack.
I clicked on the same button.
There we go. Let's see. Fortunately,
No.
that does not hit. Go wide, but the bear is too fast and too angry. It looks at Melvin.
Hey there. You're a lot faster than I thought.
It is going to go reckless,
Oh shit.
but it does get a negative D4 to these attacks. If it's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Silvery barbs?
Silvery barbs? You can silvery barbs.
Okay. I will try to silvery. I'll try to help you. Silvery barbs. And I will. The way that this will work is, you said it came from the Feywild, so I'll cry out to it in Sylvan to try to distract it.
It still hits, but for less damage.
That's a lot less damage. I'll take that.
Oh wait,
Whoa.
you still go unconscious.
Oh.
tragic.
Taco Bell ding. Wait, no, I have a soundboard
Wait.
for this. Hold on.
Wait, why did I take that much damage?
Extra-
Oh, I see. 15 plus.
Oh wait, no, hold on. You don't take the 8. I gotta roll I gotta actually roll the damage. Give me 1 second. If you were hit twice with the claw.
Yeah, that was only.
But let me
I've
roll
only
his
hit once
rage.
so far.
Because he only gets an additional D6 on the rage. 1d6. 1.
And he also
Hey.
has the negative, remember?
Yeah, no, it will still hit though. Is a the lowest he could get is a 13 on
Yeah,
an
no.
attack roll.
And that's my AC.
Yeah, so like it would still hit him. Yeah, you get hurt real good. You feel the and then it's gonna turn over and look at Alister, and it's gonna go for you next for the second claw attack.
My fair body.
Reckless.
Unfortunate.
You take 8 points of slashing and 2 from the rage. Oh wait, you don't take a. Oh, I'm sorry, Melvin. You don't take a 1 extra point. You're only at 8. Yeah, you're fine. But I know he slices at you, and then he's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna try and bite you next, Alister. Miss. It's the bear's turn. Alister, it's your turn, buddy.
All right. First things first, Alister is going to slam his hand into the ground, and the symbol on his hand will glow, and he's going to use the Aegis sigil,
Ooh!
and he's going to place it right in between him and Melvin, so they both get the benefit.
Correct. My wife would be very proud of you.
Hey, thanks.
Because she made the class, she's like, hell yeah. It's like, yeah, hold on, I'm trying to get it. Yeah, there we go. And remind me what it does, even though I helped create this thing, I forget every time.
All right, so you place down the sigil, and every ally within 10 feet of that sigil, whenever they take damage, they reduce it by 1d6.
Beautiful. Stay where you are, Melvin.
I'm not gonna stay where I am. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
And then for his action, the swirling pattern on his arm will sort of come alive, and it will make a psionic whip, and he's gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Ooh.
Nice.
Go for it. You have advantage because he went reckless. Oh, wait, no, it's not an attack. It's just an intelligence save.
It's a save.
Yeah, but he's got a minus D4 to that.
Good.
And he's also really dumb. Oh, yeah, no, he fails. Takes 7 psychic. And is there anything else that the spell does?
Yeah, so he cannot take reactions until the end of its next turn. And on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets an action, a bonus action, or movement.
Oh, very good.
Alister is going to... He's going to stay where he is, and he's just going to say, "Would you kindly leave my classmates alone?"
Also, I didn't realize this, Athziri, you speak Sylvan. You understand the bear.
I do.
I want to leave. I will kill you. I was napping.
Oh no.
In Sylvan, Alister will say, "I don't think so."
Then die. Alrighty. That's your turn.
Yep.
Cliff.
I think it's a good time as any for me to swoop in. I approach forward and ready my Kaleido Rapier.
Alright, now here's the thing. You can do a fancy little thing in the biz we call flanking. You have enough flight and movement to get right here. You would be directly across from Alister, giving you advantage on your attack roll.
Let's do it.
Alright. I'm gonna yeet you over there. You run,
Up
you
there.
go into a run, and then you fly the rest of the way, swerving right just to the side of the bear, and land, and you get your rapier ready. Do you want to use your bonus action to change the damage of it so it takes the damage? Because it is
That will-
resistant to piercing damage right now.
Yes.
Right, so you click it. What elemental type are you doing? I believe it's fire, cold, lightning.
Where am I? Okay, I got it pulled up. Lightning.
Ooh, so you all see as the blade of the rapier statics with electricity. All right, and go ahead and roll me an attack at advantage. So you roll that twice, and you keep the highest number.
I roll Kaleido Rapier. Right.
Yep, you do.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Did that come up? Oh, I didn't.
One more time.
Right. Next time.
Might just take a moment. That's my boy!
Wow.
God, we're good.
That's my boy! That's a critical hit!
My boy.
Shocking.
That's
I get it.
beautiful. Alright. So, that's great. Because for physical attacks, the damage is doubled as opposed to spell attacks. So that is a whopping 18 points of lightning damage. As you stab it in the side.
I hear shock therapy is good for special kinds of naps.
God. Alrighty. And that's your bonus action and action. You can make me a cast check if you would like to try and analyze this creature further.
I'll go for a cast.
Alrighty. Insufficient. You're getting there. You're really getting the grasp of the bear. Alrighty. Hey, Melvin. Turn, buddy.
Shit.
The bear is looking not so well.
I want to start with a cast check.
Very well. 9. Would you like to use one of your points of inspiration on this?
Do my points of inspiration go away after this combat?
They will go away on your long rest. You have 2 right now, if I'm correct.
You also have bardic inspiration that I gave you.
That is true. Actually, yeah, roll your bardic inspiration. That might make the
Use
difference.
Bardic inspiration, then.
Roll me a d6.
Let's see. Do
Roll-
I do the dice tray for the d6 in
You-
D&D Beyond, or
In
will that
roll
show up?
in roll 20, you can in the chat /roll space 1d6, or you can click on the dice in roll 20 and you can roll like a d6 like that. Stuff like that is what you can do. 1.
Oh, tragic.
That is sufficient, because a 10 is all that's needed for this battle. All right, so
I would like to know. I want. Okay, this. I'm interested in its perception, like perception and passive perception.
it has a perception of +5. Its passive perception is 15.
I see. Because my my instinct was to use my halfling nature to literally try and stealth underneath this guy.
Unfortunately, I don't think that'll
but
work.
I don't know if see, with halfling nimbleness, I can move through the space of any creature that's a size larger than me, and with naturally stealthy, I can attempt to hide even when I'm obscured by a creature that is one size larger than me. So I was hoping to just literally
You
just
can-
be behind the.
How about this?
But I don't know if I could even roll out of its passive perception.
You
so.
can certainly try.
No, let's see here. We're gonna. This is an awkward space to be. This guy's.
I would say this: do what you think the character would do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sometimes it's a
more fun
fuck it,
that
we
way.
ball moment.
Yeah, let's see. Well, he doesn't have a reaction, so I'm gonna run the fuck away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
He does make an attack. Oh wait, no, he can't. Yeah, that's right. He has to choose. You're right. Dang. You got me. You got
and
me.
then, but I will leave my emotional support wrap behind. Although I guess I have advantage anyway because he reckless attack. So
Oh,
never mind.
by the way,
I'll carry him with me still.
Athziri, who did you give the advantage from Silvery Barbs to?
Oh, I forgot to give this to somebody. So, let's see. I think I'll go ahead and give it to Melvin. He seems like he needs the most help.
Yes. Okay. So Melvin, you also have advantage from Silvery Barbs.
Shit. I don't.
That lasts the entire combat, and then it fades.
Well, I'll save it for now because I already have advantage. So I'm just gonna fire another Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty. Alright, roll me one more time to see if you get a crit.
Oh yeah.
19 will hit, though. Go ahead and roll damage.
Take this, bear.
Ooh. And then go ahead and roll your hex.
My hex.
And he's just saying, stop!
And then I'm gonna use my last spell slot to Misty Step 30 feet away.
Go for it.
5, 10,
You'll get it back in an hour.
20,
Our
25,
beast is nearly subdued, it seems.
30. So, 10, 15, 30. Eh.
Beautiful. Alright,
I believe that's me.
Professor Selduin. You guys got this. He's almost done. Theory.
I'm bleeding, Professor.
Ain't no pain, no
Profusely.
gain.
Oh my god, you're so far away. I can't even help you. What if I wanted to yell something at Professor? Selduin,
Trez,
is that-
audio is coming through of all that. Yeah. Go ahead. What's
What sort of action would it be if I wanted to yell something at Professor Selduin?
Oh, talking is a free action.
Okay, well, I think that she would probably yell and say, this creature was not hostile to us before. I don't think this is very fair. And so this is just her nature because she loves animals. I don't know if he has anything to say about that.
Well, don't worry, it doesn't die. It just goes back to the Feywild.
Well, we should at least give it something to compensate it, and I will then give Bardic Inspiration to...
She's a bargain inspired a bear now.
What's that? Oh no! I'm not gonna bardic inspire the bear. I'm gonna inspire Arlayna, and I will say, Arlayna, please lend to us your power in this our fearful hour.
Hey.
And let's see, because Athziri feels some kind of a way about the bear. Let's see. Let me measure something real quick. Can I measure? Okay, like if I move like just a little bit, I know this is probably bonkers, but I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try to levitate the bear.
Okay. Display the spell. Can you display the details of the spell?
Oh yes. Do I? If I
You would click on
does that help?
like where it expands the spell and gives you the full details. There's a button that'll say
Yes.
display in VTT.
Ah, so cool.
Creature, this object. Yeah, it's under 500. It's on around 500 pounds. All right, that's a con save. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It has advantage on those.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And then a minus D4. So hey,
Did he fail? No.
it takes. He has advantage. So let me see. 17.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, he fails now because of Bane.
Nice.
Now he's floating. 20 feet.
No.
Oh shit, she gave him the gift of flight.
I think I can work something out of this.
I will. Let me think. Can I pull? Is levitate? Oh no, I can't move it. I can just. I only lift it up in the air. Okay, so I've just lifted it up in the air.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet up in the air.
Yep.
Oh, up to 20 feet. So it's not up to 20. How many feet in the air do you want to raise it?
You know what? We'll just say 10 feet.
Okay, he's 10 feet off the ground.
Because yeah, basically to keep him from charging at anybody.
His legs are kind of moving in place.
Yeah. It's just floating like a bubble.
Alright, Arlayna.
A large furry bubble.
Oh, all right. Let me see what I can do. Bullocks.
You, as a rogue, have a fancy little feature called Steady Aim. As a bonus
I know.
action, you get the advantage on the hit. So you can do a ranged attack and just shoot him from there. You don't move.
Well, you should still have advantage because of reckless.
Mm-hmm. So, regardless, it just works out.
And you have bardic inspiration.
Yep, you got all the goodies.
All goodies.
In that case, instead of using the crossbow, then I'm gonna whiff my daggers.
Okay, go for it.
Because I could that way I can throw multiple.
Mm-hmm.
About to get very gory.
It doesn't bleed. Don't worry.
And I have advantage, you said?
Correct, because you have it's reckless when it previously attacked, and then yeah. So let's see. This one. Fish for a crit. 16 hits, dealing 5 piercing and 7 from your sneak attack. Second one for your 20 hits as well for 8 points of piercing damage. Very good. It's looking real rough. Just looking at this.
As a free action, can I steal the spell that's on the floor next to me?
What level is it?
It is spike growth, so it is a second level spell.
Actually, here's the thing. Spike growth did disappear because you cast Levitate, so Spike growth is
Oh,
actually
yeah.
gone.
Because it is.
Darn.
Sorry.
Can't steal it.
Not yet, not
Couldn't
yet.
steal it.
Is it still... never mind.
Is that all for you, Arlayna?
At this moment,
Cast it?
yes. That's all. Wait, the bardic inspiration, is that for... can I use that on damage?
No.
Okay,
Just
then
no.
no. I'm done.
The Rune Bear. Let's see. Yeah, this is prickly. Can't do anything.
Right. Not sorry.
Alister, it is your turn.
Oh. All right. Alister has his wand, correct?
Yep.
All right. Alister will unholster his wand, and he's going to expend 4 charges to cast magic missile at.
That's gonna give you a lot of missiles.
Yes, I want it to die now.
Oh my god.
Very fair. All right,
Yeah,
go
so
ahead and you gotta roll all those missile damages.
It is 6d4 plus 6.
Technically, because I do it one for each missile, so you would roll the damage for each missile, or you can do that if you want.
I'll clump it together.
Okay, go for it. Oh God, how do you want to do this?
So Alister will sort of quick draw his wand, and he'll say, "It's time for you to go home." And he will fire a magic missile at each vital organ in the rune bear.
My God.
Oh my god.
Good thing it doesn't bleed.
Yep, you're just holes in it.
Back to hibernation it goes.
I was expecting a bit more of a challenge.
Very good.
And Ciri will cross her arms and pout a little bit.
You hear a clap echo throughout the arena. Good job, all of you. Good job.
Professor, I'm still bleeding profusely.
And no pain, no gain.
I'll go and cast Cure Wounds on Melvin.
You guys did very good. Mend your work. Now, I can give you a bit of information about your first assignment.
Killing another bear?
No, you'll actually be reporting to a dig site.
Excited.
A dig
Menial labor, my favorite.
Actually, no. No manual labor on your end.
Oh shit.
You'll be
That
going
depends on the
to...
definition of manual labor.
He just chuckles. You'll be going out to... Double checking my notes.
Meanwhile, she scoops up her daggers, reholsters them.
You'll be going out to Edgevale. You're in the mountainous area, right on the cusp, capital of Era. They found an odd signal, arcane energy, there. And apparently have found some kind of enchanted stone tablet. And that's where I'm going to end the session.
Hey,
Ooh.
Well
we're
done.
really good at this game, guys.
You guys are really good. That was like a very good... Like, Felber, you rolled a bunch of crits.
I don't know.
I think I
mean,
realized.
I mean, that's probability right there, John.
Yeah, but that was your first D&D session ever. Like,
Okay, to be fair, I have these numbers written down still, because I rolled pretty high for like
you
3 of my stats.
did.
And then you and I were talking back in August. It's like, how do you think I should distribute these? And you're like,
Charisma.
just put it there, down there. All right.
But I know we got some memes. We got some memes.
And I
Already?
think I figured out what happened with my dice. I think it was literally because of halfling luck that it just auto re-roll. I think D&D Beyond auto re-rolled and it was. Turned out
That's
to be 20.
right. Yeah, because halfling luck. That might have been what it was. No, a plucky group of adventurers smile innocent teachers. Here it comes. Melvin, a small coffee, please. Oh my God, that is Johnny Cool. Johnny Cool is too cool to fall prey to such impudent pranks.
Oh, wow.
Johnny Cool.
And you know what? I get shy.
Hey guys, I think I walked into the wrong homeroom. This teacher looks feral. Yeah.
I wonder how the bear professor feels about this in terms of like
Oh,
moral quandaries.
God.
Well, here's the thing. This is a bear that is summoned daily because of wild magic. Because I have a custom wild magic table, and one of the rolls is a very pissed off dire rune bear attacks you because it knows you're the one that summoned it.
I see.
And so, hey, it's
And
that
this
or
is
turned to
the
a wheel
bear.
cheese. Yeah, it's the bear. Hey, it beats turning into a wheel of cheese for a round.
Just imagine the bear casting the dire bear. He's like, "How could you do this to me? After our family reunion, you made so much good potato salad, and this
No.
is how you repay me."
Kent is fun. My wife's last character, like her legacy character, accidentally made him by casting Awaken on a bear.
Oh.
Must
And
have been
then
unbearable.
yeah. But no, yep, that was good. Our
I'm
next
looking forward to a very good session, Sensei.
uh-huh. Get out of here with that. But no, we will our next session should all go well will be the 21st. At some point, y'all, there will be a gap because Hunters of the Dark Capital needs to do their finale. But that was all scheduling conflict, so we said, "Hey, we're going to just run that randomly." So I'll let you guys know in advance if like there's a session and I'm like, "Hey, we're actually going to put you guys on pause and finish out the other group." But hey there, all you chatters. It's me, ya being. Feel free to look at all my panels down below. I don't think I re-added the World of Null Discord server. I might do that in the future, but y'all can definitely follow me on Twitter. You can look at the panels down there. If you want to donate anything, feel free. Don't tip me on Twitch. Just tip me on my links in Coffee and PayPal or whatever. Everything goes towards the games. If you want to subscribe, feel free. That'll instantly get you Discord access. I just got to work on getting that set up. But yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Nakara, we will be at a wedding on the 21st.
21st? Okay. Noted.
So
I will I'll check in with that other group and see if I can fit in their thing then.
I was gonna say that actually works out then because I have a charity stream that I have to do.
Okay, yeah, we'll figure it out, no problem. Alrighty. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Farewell, and be kind to one
Bye.
another.
bye.